In the quiet corners of Abraham's camp, long before the cries of Ishmael or the laughter of Isaac, lived a young Egyptian woman named Hagar. She was not born into this household. She arrived through circumstance brought from Egypt during Abraham and Sarah's stay there, in a land not her own, among a people whose God she did not yet fully know. Hagar became the maidservant of Sarah, devoted to serving her mistress with obedience and humility. Yet beneath Sarah's dignity was a sorrow that grew heavier with each passing year. She had no child. God had spoken promises over Abraham, promises of descendants as numerous as the stars, but her arms remained painfully empty. One evening, after years of waiting and aching and hoping, Sarah called Hagar into her tent. Her voice held a mixture of weariness and determination as she told her the plan she had wrestled within her heart. The Lord has kept me from bearing children. I want you to go in to my husband. Perhaps I can build a family through you. Hagar did not protest. In her world, she had no right to refuse. The decisions of masters shaped the destinies of servants, and so her life shifted. She became the woman chosen to carry Abraham's child, a child she had never asked for, yet one she would bear. When she realized she was pregnant, a strange new feeling rose within her. Was it pride? Confusion? A sense of being seen after years of invisibility? Whatever it was, Sarah noticed, and old wounds inside her reopened. The tension between the two women grew thick. Hagar's glances, perhaps unintentional, felt like daggers to Sarah. Sarah, wounded and jealous, went to Abraham and poured out her hurt. I put my servant into your arms, and now she looks at me with contempt. May the Lord judge between you and me. Abraham, torn between the two, stepped back and told her, your servant is in your hands. Do with her whatever you think best. And so Sarah dealt with Hagar harshly, harsh enough that the pregnant young woman felt her only choice was to run. She fled into the wilderness, carrying not only a child, but fear, confusion, and a heart full of questions. Alone under the scorching desert sun, she stopped by a spring of water on the road to Shur, a place between Canaan and Egypt, a path back to her homeland, the only world she once understood. There, exhausted and frightened, she must have wondered, who sees me? Who cares for a servant girl? Does the God of Abraham even notice me? Then suddenly she was no longer alone. A presence stood before her, the angel of the Lord. Not a dream, not a vision, but a divine encounter. And he called her by name, not slave, not woman, not servant, but Hagar, servant of Sarah. Where have you come from, and where are you going? He knew, yet he asked, inviting her to speak her truth. Her voice trembled as she replied, I am running away. Then came words that changed everything, both command and promise. Return to your mistress and submit to her, for I will greatly multiply your descendants, so that no one will be able to count them. Then the angel spoke directly about the child in her womb. You are pregnant, and you will give birth to a son. You shall name him Ishmael, for the Lord has heard your misery. He will be a wild donkey of a man, his hand against everyone, and everyone's hand against him. And he will live in hostility toward all his brothers. And Hagar, overwhelmed with awe, whispered something no human in Scripture had ever dared to say before. You are the God who sees me, El Roi. She said, I have now seen the one who sees me, a servant girl, an outsider, a woman with no voice in society. Yet heaven saw her, strengthened by the encounter. Hagar returned to Abraham's household, holding tightly to the promise spoken over her. In time, she gave birth to Abraham's first son, and Abraham named him Ishmael. God hears, just as the angel had directed. Years passed. Ishmael grew into a lively, strong young boy. Hagar's heart swelled with pride each time she watched him run across the camp. But the peace did not last. At a time when Abraham was old and Sarah even older, a miracle happened. Sarah conceived. She gave birth to Isaac, the child of promise. And once again, the balance in the household shifted. Sarah now had what she long desired, and her protective love for Isaac deepened into fear when she saw Ishmael, older, louder, bolder, playing near the younger child. Scripture says she saw Ishmael mocking, though the exact meaning is uncertain. Whether teasing or laughing, it triggered something deep within her. She went to Abraham and demanded, "Send this slave woman and her son away, for the son of this slave will never share in the inheritance with my son Isaac." Abraham was grieved. Ishmael was his son too, but God assured Abraham that Ishmael would also become a great nation. And so, with a heavy heart, Abraham gave Hagar a skin of water, some bread, and sent her away with Ishmael once more. She wandered again into the wilderness, the desert of Beersheba this time. When the water ran out, Ishmael grew weak. Hagar, unable to watch her son die, placed him under a small bush and walked a short distance away. Her voice broke as she cried, "I cannot watch the boy die." But heaven heard again. The angel of God called from above, "What troubles you, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying. Lift him up and take him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation." Then God opened her eyes, and there in the barren desert she saw a well of water. Hope surged. She rushed to fill the skin, gave Ishmael water, and watched life return to the boy's eyes. And the scripture ends her story with a promise fulfilled. God was with the boy as he grew. Ishmael became a skilled archer. He lived in the wilderness, and he became the father of a nation, just as God said. Hagar's story is not a side note. It is not a footnote. It is a testimony. A young foreign servant girl, a woman cast out twice, a mother who cried in the wilderness, is the only person in the Bible who named God. Her life declares to everyone who has ever felt unseen, God sees you, God hears you, God knows your journey. Even in the wilderness, you are not invisible.